If you've ever walked outside and noticed your deck turning gray, your raised beds drying out, or your wooden furniture losing its shine, you're not alone. Wood exposed to sun, rain, and insects deteriorates fast, much faster than most people expect. So, we rush to the hardware store, grab a shiny can of chemical stain, and hope it solves the problem. But commercial stains peel, crack, fade, and need reapplication every couple of years. Not to mention the fumes, toxins, and steep price tag. But what if the secret to naturally preserving and tinting wood, giving it rich color and decades of protection, isn't found in a store at all? What if it's hiding in your kitchen cabinet? Believe it or not, long before modern stains existed, farmers and craftsmen used completely natural ingredients to waterproof, enrich, and tint wood. These timeless recipes didn't peel, they didn't crack, and some of the wooden structures they protected are still standing today. Today, you're going to learn the most powerful natural wood tinting and preservation secrets, easy, inexpensive, and stunningly effective. So, why does natural tinting work better than many modern stains? Well, modern stains, they just sit right on top of the wood, but natural tints, they actually soak into the wood, bonding with the fibers instead of forming a brittle coating. That's why they age gracefully, instead of peeling off. They also repel water naturally, and they're breathable, which is really important. Natural tints enhance the grain, rather than covering it up. And here's a big plus: you can reapply them without having to sand everything down. And most importantly, they're non-toxic and safe for things like garden structures, raised beds, compost bins, or even animal enclosures. Now let's dive into the natural tinting and preservation methods that really work. Oil and wax, the ancient farmer's weatherproof shield. This single combination is really the foundation of natural wood protection. Farmers used linseed, walnut, or even animal-based oils as deep penetrating preservatives, and then sealed the surface with wax for waterproofing. Here's what you need: raw linseed oil, not the boiled or chemical versions, or walnut oil, some beeswax, and a double boiler or just a metal can set in hot water. So, here's how it works. You melt beeswax into warm oil, usually at a ratio of 1 part wax to 4 parts oil. As it cools down, the mixture thickens into this buttery finish that, honestly, just spreads beautifully across the wood grain. The oil goes deep, nourishing those wood fibers and helping to prevent cracking. Meanwhile, the wax forms a flexible, water-resistant shield. The color result? Well, you get this deep golden warmth and the grain really pops. It's perfect for decks, garden beds, chicken coops, stools, and outdoor tables. As for longevity, you can expect it to last anywhere from 6 to 12 months outdoors, and for years indoors. There's no peeling, just reapply as needed. Next up is vinegar and steel wool, the smokewood tint without fire. This little trick, used by European woodworkers for centuries, creates a beautifully aged, smoky appearance that honestly rivals those expensive weathered stains. What you need is simple white vinegar, a handful of steel wool, and a jar. So, here's how it works. You place steel wool in vinegar and let it sit for about 24 to 48 hours. The reaction that happens produces iron acetate, which then reacts with the tannins in wood to create these really rich browns, grays, and even some smoke-like shades. The color you get depends on the wood. On pine, you'll see a warm brown. On oak, it turns into a deep rustic gray. And on cedar, you get this striking charcoal tone. What's great about this method is that it penetrates deep, and honestly, it won't peel. Ever. If you're after that classic aged barnwood look, nothing really beats it. Now, for number 3, coffee, tea, and cocoa. These are kitchen tints that can really bring wood to life. If you're looking for color without any chemicals, your morning drink actually holds some surprising power. All you need is strong brewed coffee or tea, and if you want richer tones, you can even add a little cocoa powder. So, here's how it works. Coffee and tea both contain tannins that bond with the wood fibers, and, applying multiple coats can really deepen the color quite dramatically. The color results are pretty neat. Tea gives you those warm honey and amber tones. Coffee, on the other hand, brings out medium to dark browns. And cocoa, well, That gives you a chocolate-rich, earthy finish. This is just perfect for indoor furniture, tool handles, cutting boards. When you use food-safe oils, of course, and all sorts of crafts. Natural pigments. This is really the hidden art of earth-based wood color. Before commercial pigments were even a thing, folks used clays, charcoals, and plant-based colorants to tint wood naturally. Even today, these ancient pigments still provide beautiful, durable color. Turmeric, beet powder, spirulina or matcha, those greens, burnt umber and natural ochres. How to apply: just mix pigments into oil, shellac or even beeswax to create your own fully natural colored stain. Color result: you get an endless range from reds to yellows, greens, charcoal blacks and earthy browns. The ultimate natural wood preserver, Tung oil. If you want the absolute strongest natural protection, something that can withstand years of sun, water and abrasion, Tung oil is the champion. Used for centuries in Asia to waterproof ships and bridges, Tung oil hardens into a flexible, breathable finish that outlasts most modern products. Why is it special? Well, it's water-resistant, mold-resistant, and even UV-resistant. Plus, it's deeply penetrative and, it's all natural and non-toxic. The color result? A warm golden tint that grows richer with each coat. Bonus trick: the 2-layer super finish. For maximum protection, combine the methods. Step 1. Tint the wood using vinegar, steel wool, coffee, tea, or pigments. This gives the wood the exact shade you want. Step 2. Seal it with tung oil or an oil beeswax blend. This locks in the color and provides long-lasting outdoor durability. You end up with a natural finish that lasts far longer than most commercial stains, and honestly, looks far better too. So, why should you make the switch today? Well, natural wood tinting isn't just about saving money or going chemical-free. It's about preserving wood for decades, avoiding peeling, cracking, and sanding, and really showcasing the natural grain instead of just covering it up. You get to use materials you already have, create custom colors that no store can match, and, most importantly, protect your soil, your garden, and your health. Whether you're working on raised beds, outdoor furniture, a deck, or maybe some indoor woodworking projects, these natural tints offer strength, beauty, and peace of mind. And once you see your first piece of wood glowing with that rustic, rich, naturally made finish, well, you'll never look at store-bought stain the same way again. Super. Gentle herb living.